All right, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 240, The Gift of Imperfection. Coming to you live at 3:30 in the morning from the subarctic where it is daylight. Because that's just how it is here in the summer. All right, the gift of imperfection. What I mean here is accepting of something that's not perfect because there is no such thing as perfect. In your mind, it's like, I don't want to put a substandard story into the universe for everybody to see and see how screwed up I am. That's not it at all. There's going to be imperfections. Just how much do those imperfections affect sales and readership? Do the readers still like your stories? Looking back at my first books, I see a lot of different ways I could reword it, but still the stories were sound. And those stories continue to sell to this day, 5.5 years later, because the stories are sound. There's still minor miscues, but readers can get past that. And yes, maybe you get a few lower reviews, but it's what I would call the gift of imperfection, not spending and investing so much time trying to fix those issues that aren't necessarily issues in your readers' minds. They may be issues in your mind. And this is why accepting imperfection will help reduce the size of your obstacles, the obstacles to your success, the obstacles to you entertaining people. If you don't get your story out there, nobody will be entertained by it. Nobody will receive it. Nobody will be able to give you any feedback and say, hey, this is a great story. Here's a couple typos. Okay, then you go fix them up and upload it. This is the 21st century. So what? There's a few typos. You fix them, you upload the manuscript again. And then anybody getting it after that point, hey, they get the one with that many fewer typos. If you don't get it out there, you don't get that feedback and you won't find them. You're going to see what you want to see after reading through it. My first book, 20 times I read 100,000 words. I read that thing 20 times, going through it, editing it. And finally, I was just fed up and said, I'm just going to publish it. And there were incomplete sentences where a sentence would just stop, no period or anything, just stop. And because I was editing it and then got distracted, and it's okay. I got it out there. And I sold 53 total copies, and I believe 50 copies were to my dad. So 3 copies. But you know what? One of those copies went to somebody who said, I like this story. I think we can buy this. And it was an imprint of Simon & Schuster. So that book is now with one of the big 5 publishers. And they publish it, and there it is, and Bob's your uncle. And it would have never gotten there had I not published it complete with its imperfections. So opportunity. See the successes where they are. If you don't publish it, you can realize no success at all. Maybe dad bought 50 copies, but other people bought 3 copies. Strangers reading my book. Would not have had that had I not hit publish, if I had been paralyzed by imperfection, a book that I knew wasn't perfect, but it was the best I could do at the time. And you don't get that opportunity to improve. I got a lot of great feedback from my editor back then. I got a lot of great feedback from other writers, from other readers. And then I got troll-like feedback too on various aspects within the story. And it helped me learn how to deal with that. All of that stuff, none of it would have happened if I had not accepted that imperfect first draft and put it out there. Now, the cover was horrible, which is one of the things that the publisher said. The title was wrong for it, but I didn't know that, and I wouldn't have learned it had I not gotten it out there. So we unpublished it. It's published now under a new title, new cover, new all kinds of good stuff. And actually, that book hit number 56 overall in the Amazon store. Same story, just edited, different cover, different title, different blurb. 56 overall from 53 total copies. Think about that. Would not have gotten there had I not accepted that imperfection. It's a gift, being able to not get paralyzed by, oh, I can't put this out there because people will think badly of me. Guess what? What if they think well of you? What if they think great things about, hey, this is a storyteller who's going to go somewhere? That's the gift. Get it out there. It can be horribly bad. But you know what? You can't get better if you don't get past that hurdle of this is bad. How do I write better? You need to have that opportunity for improvement. And most importantly, a lot of people, you're afraid of what Mrs. Ballbreaker is going to say because your fourth grade teacher, she was so disappointed in your English grades. Well, she was disappointed. She's always going to be disappointed, so don't worry about her. You can only worry about yourself, and you can only worry about a career that will never get off the ground if you don't get that book out there. Don't be afraid of imperfection. Imperfection is a gift. It's something that will help carry you forward. It will make you better. It will show you what you don't see for yourself, that you might be a great storyteller. So accept it. Peace, fellow humans.